Hello everyone, hope you are all doing great. So, have you ever wondered how people lived, farmed, traded, and survived thousands of years ago without modern machines and still built one of the world's most advanced civilizations? Today's video is going to answer exactly that. In this video, we are going to talk about agriculture in ancient India. But not just farming, we will see how agriculture shaped society, economy, trade, governance, and even values. This topic comes under what we call the Indian knowledge systems or IKS. Indian knowledge systems means the traditional wisdom developed in India over thousands of years, covering areas like agriculture, science, medicine, mathematics, architecture, governance, and ecology. It is knowledge based on observation, experience, ethics, and harmony with nature. Ancient Indian agriculture was not random or primitive, it was scientific, sustainable, and community centered. Farming was treated as a responsibility towards society and nature, not just a way to earn money. So let's travel back in time and understand how agriculture became the foundation of ancient Indian civilization and supported everything from villages to global trade. So let's begin about agriculture in ancient India. Agriculture formed the structural base of ancient Indian civilizations, from the early settlements of the Indus-Saraswati region to the Vedic and post-Vedic periods. Farming influenced every part of life. People planned their daily activities, festival, and social custom around agricultural seasons. Land was not seen as mere property. It was respected as a living and sacred entity. Cultivation was considered both a spiritual duty and an economic responsibility, and the prosperity of communities depended on maintaining harmony with nature. So, ancient Indian texts referred to agriculture as Krishi. Early Vedic hymns praised it, fertile land, rainfall, and fluffy. Over time, this knowledge developed into a scientific system known as Krishi Vijnana. So, coming to Krishi Vijnana and the scientific understanding of cultivation, farmers practiced Bhumi Pariksha or soil examination by studying soil color, texture, moisture, and fertilities. They identified soils like Shyama, Mantu, Kapila, and Anupa. And the Shyama is dark and fertile soil, Mantu is light or pale soil, Kapila belongs to reddish soil, and Anupa is wet or moist land, showing a deep understanding of soil science. And seed preservation called Bija Samskarana. So, Bija Samrakshana was also important. Seeds were stored safely using ash, herbal treatments, and proper ventilations. Farmers carefully followed Ritu or seasonal cycles and observed winds, clouds, and stars to decide sowing and harvesting times. Many agricultural festivals were closely linked to these cycles. And we coming to the Jala Vyavastha, that is water systems and irrigations. Water management, known as Jala Vyavastha, was a highly advanced. Communities constructed tanks, reservoirs, canals, and step wells based on regional needs. Inscriptions show that kings, temples, and village assemblies supported these irrigation systems. Seasonal canals were common in North India, tank system in South India, and step wells in western regions. Village councils called parisards managed water distributions, repaired irrigation structures, and ensured fair usage. This cooperative effort made agriculture sustainable and promoted social harmony. So, and we are coming next to the sustainable agrarian practices. Ancient farmers followed Prakriti Anukula or nature friendly farming practices. These include mixed cropping, intercropping, crop rotation, composting, mulching, and the use of natural pest repellents. Biodiversity was preserved by growing multiple crop varieties. Cattle played a major role in agriculture by supporting fluffing, transport, and manual productions. The integration of crops, livestock, forest, and water bodies created a balanced and sustainable agrarian ecosystem. And the agriculture and the expansion of commerce. The agriculture has also paved the way to growth of commerce and trade. So, agricultural surplus led to the growth of commerce and trade. Products such as grains, Oil seeds, cotton, sugarcane, spices, fruits, and medicinal plants entered local and regional markets. Village markets held weekly or seasonally allowed farmers to exchange produce with artisans and traders. Larger trade centers called nikamas served as a storage and distribution hubs. Trade was regulated by powerful merchant guilds known as Shrenis, which maintained quality standards, protected caravans, used standard weights and measures, and managed long distance trade routes. These guilds also supported public works like irrigation systems, temples, and rest houses. And the agricultural and rural industries. Many rural industries depended directly on agriculture. Textiles used cotton and natural dyes. Oil pressing relied on sesame and mustard seeds. Pottery used river clay. Sugarcane supported jaggery production, and timber and bamboo supplied artisans. These industries created employment, strengthened village economies, and increased the circulation of agricultural goods. And in ancient India also developed strong land and river trade networks. Roads like the Uttarapada and Dakshinapada connected villages with towns, while rivers such as the Ganga, Yamuna, Godavari, and Krishna enabled the easy movement of heavy goods. Maritime trade was equally important. Ports like Lothal, Baruch, Tamralipti, Kaveri and Muziris exported agricultural products such as paper, cardamom, rice, cotton textiles, medicinal plants, oil, and tea. Indian ships traveled to Southeast Asia, China, Arabia, Egypt, and the Mediterranean world. The wealth generated from trade helped improve irrigation, roads, and storage facilities. So, for most people, agriculture was the main source of livelihood. Income came from farming, horticulture, dairy, fisheries, forest produce, and sericulture. Village economies were centered on agriculture, and artisans and workers depended on grain exchange. The state also depended heavily on agricultural revenue. Thus, income funded reservoirs, canals, roads, storehouses, and administrative centers, making agriculture the backbone of state stability. And the taxation and revenue system in ancient Indian agriculture. Agrarian taxation followed ethical and fair principles. Farmers paid a portion of their produce known as baga, usually about one sixth, depending on soil quality and irrigation facilities. Other taxes like kara, pintekara, udaka, baga, and visti were collected. The Pindikara is a combined tax based on a village's total production, and Kara regular land revenue, Udakabaka water tax for government built irrigation works, and Visti is labor service during emergency used rarely under rules. These taxes followed ethical rules mentioned in ancient texts and inscriptions. Land surveys and records were carefully maintained by officials, and village boundaries were clearly marked during natural disasters like droughts or floods. Taxes were reduced or cancelled, ensuring farmer welfare and trust in governance. So these are the administration and land records, and officials like gopas, stanikas, and lekakas measured land and recorded crops. And village boundaries were also marked using stones, trees, or natural features, and relief was given during droughts, floods, famines, or pest attacks, and taxes were reduced or cancelled. And this system helped maintain trust and stability between farmer and the state. So, to conclude, agriculture in ancient India was not just about food production, it supported science, trade, industry, governance, and social harmony. Sustainable farming practices, advanced irrigation, ethical taxation, and strong trading networks ensured long term prosperities. This integrated agriculture system laid the foundation for a stable and flourishing civilizations. So, from this, we will conclude the session. So, to conclude, agriculture in ancient India was far more than a means of food production. It was complete knowledge system that connected land, water, people, economy, and governance into one balanced framework. Farmers followed scientific methods of soil testing, seed preservation, irrigation, and seasonal planning, all while respecting nature. This agricultural wisdom strengthened trade, supported industries, ensured ethical taxation, and created stable village and state economies. The principles of sustainability, fairness, and community welfare found in ancient farming practices are powerful lessons even for today's world. So, through agriculture, the Indian knowledge system demonstrated that true development comes from living in harmony with nature, supporting livelihoods, and maintaining social balance. This deep rooted agrarian culture laid the foundation for a long lasting and prosperous civilizations. So these are the topics we have covered in the agriculture portions. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you all.